Hello, everyone. Yoga Dog Fitness, Samadhi Flow. Let's go. I don't like to talk too much on that. We're going to start with what I call tens. So go ahead and sit on your mat, legs out in front of you. Long, if you want to sit a different way. And you can also sit on a block. So if you have two super tight hamstrings or tight hamstrings, you can sit on a block. And we are going to do, again, what I call tens with breath forward folds. But take a moment to sit, to breathe before we get started, to feel the spine grow tall, to exhale, let the shoulders drop, and just settle into the room for a moment. So let's take 10 breaths as we're starting with the tens. Inhale, tall through the spine, or at least let your lungs open up. Get some oxygen in your body because you've probably been, rushing around, and I'm sure you've been breathing, but feel your lungs expand, your ribs expand, maybe into your back ribs, into your back body as you breathe. Exhale, letting the shoulders be heavy away from the ears, bracing through the core slightly, and even into the pelvic bowl. So squeezing down into the lower torso. Just a few more. Inhale. And exhale. All right, so the first one is just a nice forward fold. We're going to bring the arms up overhead, and you're going to exhale, forward folding towards your feet. Good. And then you're going to inhale, rolling all the way up to seated, arms up overhead. Lifting, reaching, bracing core, exhale, forward fold. So we're going to do about 10, and you can go as fast or as slow, and you can go your own speed. You're going to inhale, lift, and exhale, forward fold. So I'm going to try to stick to about 10, but if you do a few more or a few less, that is fine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. So no judgment, right, on that, or even as we work through this whole practice. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. So these 10s moving with breath. Let's do one more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, down. As you come up, arms up overhead, we're going to lower all the way down onto the back. So I'd like you to tuck your pelvis up and under, tailbone up and under, right? And you can bring your arms forward or whatever might feel as you roll down all the way to the floor. You can hold onto your legs or use your elbows or whatever you need to do that. Oh, I wasn't in there, but let's do that 10 times, right? So roll up, use your leg, use your elbows. Inhale, chin to your chest. Exhale, reach forward, and then roll all the way down. So move slowly through these. Again, you can bend your knees if you need. You can hold onto your leg. You can use your elbows or your hands. Good. Chin to your chest. Good. Reach, inhale, chin to your chest. Good. Roll up. And roll, at least roll down if you're having a harder time rolling up. Good. Roll down super slow all the way down through the spine. As you do that, keep your chin slightly towards your chest so you don't whack the back of your head. Good, and that will train you if you ever do kind of roll back to keep your chin forward. Go roll down through the spine. Good, long deep breath, inhale. And as you exhale, maybe your chin to your chest, bring your arms down, then. But do what you need to do. And try to keep rounding through the back as you roll down, really round from the tailbone, lower back, middle back, upper, beautiful, through the neck. And as you do the same thing as you roll up, right, all the way back up. I did these this morning, so I feel your pain. Let's go one more time. Roll up. And then when you're ready, go all the way down onto the back. And bring your arms down along the sides. Palms down, bend your knees, place your feet on the floor. We're going to go up into bridge posture. We're going to do that with breath. As we inhale, we're going to lift the hips, and you can lift the arms up overhead along the floor into bridge. So lifting your hips, right? Tailbone tucks under. If you want, lift all the way up into bridge. And then as you lower down, the arms come down, the hips come down. Now, if you do it opposite like that with your arms, that's fine. If your arms lower down and your hips lift up, that's okay too. So if that feels more natural for you, that is fine. Good. So you just, and now you're rolling through the spine, articulating the vertebrae, the spine, up and down. So as you come down, right, neck, upper back, middle back, lower back, tailbone. As you lift up, tailbone curls under, lift all the way up through the spine, stretching through the hip flexors. Good. And there's some shoulder mobility work. Breathing through. Beautiful. Let's go one more time in bridge. All right. And then meet me in seated. So roll all the way up, however you want to get to seated. Part your feet, extend your legs, part your feet, flex your toes towards your nose. Dorsiflex, yeah, dorsiflex the feet. And so feet about hip, about mat width apart, no more. Tee out your arms, pull your shoulders down, really extend through the fingertips. As you inhale, you're gonna rotate towards one side, and then the pinky finger towards the pinky toe, you're gonna reach, trying to keep your hips and your legs stationary, and then you're gonna inhale back up, and exhale. Nice and slow and controlled. Inhale. As you sit up, right, stack the vertebrae. As you sit up and come up to seated, really sit up. Use your spinal erectors and your core to sit up nice and tall. Rotation through the core, trying to keep the hips stationary. So try not to let your feet move back and forth if possible. Good. And just a little investigation. So of rotation. Good. And they all, they take from different genres. Pilates is a Pilates called Saw. But they all, picking and choosing from different places. Gymnastics and karate, and so all sorts of different ways to get movement. So a few times, good. As you come up, right, you're super tall, rotation and saw to the other side. Woo, saw off the pinky toe, I guess is what they wanted. Inhale and exhale. All right. Come on back center. We're going to flip over onto the belly, however you'd like to do that. Maybe you want to put your feet on the floor, bend your knees, and push up into a little squat, and then all the way over. So if you were on your butt, you might bring your feet in, right? Whew. Lay down on your belly. Arms extend out, so spinal erectors here, back body. We're going to do 10 of these. So you can bring your arms up overhead or out to the sides if you want. If you want, you can bind back. If you want to bind your hands, interlace your hands to the back. But we're going to do Salabhasana or back extension. Inhale and exhale. You can exhale when you lift. There's different ways. Good. Or if it feels better to inhale when you lift, that's fine. Test it out. I've seen both. Good. So you're going to lower down, right, slowly. And you can also turn your face to one side so you can get cervical spine or neck as you lower down. Maybe your face turns to one side, and then you lift up, right, reach up, and then turn your head to the other way so you can get a little bit of stretch in your neck. Yeah, I like you doing it when you come up. Good. When you come down, too. When you come down, Tim, turn your head. When you come down, yeah. Now turn your head to one side. There you go. Good. You can do it both ways. Good. And then lift up, maybe center. Good. Lift up, look forward. Good. And then when lower down, maybe turn your head there. Other side. Yeah, he's like, I can't think about it. That's all right. Good. There's no crime if you want to turn your head when you lift up too. Just do your best, right? If you have those hands behind you like that, that might make it more difficult, and that's fine, but just do what feels good. Good. Just get your back muscles into it, even if it's minuscule, even if it's little, that's fine. All right, and one more time. So maybe around 10. Whew. Make a little pillow for your chin or your forehead. Just neutralize the spine for a moment. Take a breath. Yep, anything you want to add in, and then we're going to kind of roll up into standing, moving into pyramid. So just take a moment there. Just do whatever might feel good for you, just laying flat or turning the head or stretching out hips, anything. You're always welcome to add in your own spice. Or just feeling into what you're doing. And then place your hands underneath your shoulders. Push your way up with or without knees. Push back into down dog. Take a breath or two in down dog. Pedal it out. Oh, that feels good. Let's walk the hands back to the feet. Place the hands on the hips. Brace to the core. Bend the knees or not, up to you. And then roll up or come up one vertebrae at a time. Different ways to come up. Step your right foot forward, keeping your back foot where it is. Even out your hips. Now, we're going to do pyramid. Let's do it with breath. So arms up overhead, inhale. And exhale, forward fold. So you may want to have that block that is never nearby, right? To grab it. The blocks bring the earth closer to you. And then you're going to inhale back up. And exhale back down. So pyramid, not too large of a width stance. Good. Exhale. We're trying to even out the hips a little bit. Good. So maybe bring this back foot in just slightly up here. There you go. Bring your heel out. There you go. Good. Good. Evening out the hips. That back leg, that back hip wants to pull back. See if you could pull it forward. Good. Inhale, lift. So you got a balance challenge here. If your feet are on a tightrope, it's going to be more of a challenge. Good. Both legs straight if possible. Good. And if you want a little more stability, feet on a railroad track, on railroad tracks. Good. Up and over. Brace your core. And remember, if you have lower back issues, you got to honor that. You might want to not be lifting up. So you have to decide what's best for you. And if you have any questions about that, I'm happy to give suggestions on maybe things that are not great for you or great. All right. And then step your front foot back and just change sides. Step your opposite foot forward. You can make adjustments, brace core. Exhale down. Good. Inhale up. So maybe when you inhale up, you want to bring your palms up towards the sky, working a little different muscles. And then when you come down, palms down. So just a little bit of rotation in the shoulders, using some different muscles of near the ribs when the palms are up. Good. Beautiful. And just being right as graceful as we can be. Perfect. Oh, I love it. All right. I have not counted this whole time. I'm sorry if you're like, I'm on 20. No. How many we got? Anybody counting? You don't know? Okay, nobody. I love it. You're all in Samadhi. That's great. No one's counting. Good. All right. All the way up overhead. Take a deep breath. Come back. Feet together at the back of the mat. Good. Let your arms come down. We're going to do that same thing, but forward fold. So if you want a block in front of you, so you can reach down for the block, you're going to inhale up, and then forward fold over your legs. Bend your knees if you need. Keep them straight if you want. Exhale, head rolls in. Maybe look towards your belly button, and maybe roll up as you come up through the spine. Right? Inhale, exhale, do it. Feels good. Inhale. And maybe you want to change how your arms go up and down. Maybe they come out to the sides. Good. Maybe they go to the front. Maybe they reach to the back as you forward fold. It's up to you. So investigate some different arm movements as you forward fold. Good. Stretching back to the back of the legs, doing what's best for your back as you do that with breath. And when you come up tall, reach up. Reach up, that upper salute. And then forward fold. And then don't hate me for what's coming next. But I'm going to do what's coming next is so we can get into a pattern, so we can get into something that's smooth and rhythmic. Right? So let's do one more forward fold. So come all the way up. And then meet me in forward fold all the way down. Walk your hands all the way to the top of the mat. Down dog. Work it out there for a minute. And you know, in down dog, you can always drop your knees if you need, or be in child's pose for a little rest, which is always available for you. Look towards your hands. Take an inhale. And then walk, hop, jump, skip your way to the top. Inhale, flat back. So get some extension out of your back. Look forward, pull your shoulders away from your ears. Rocket ship from your tailbone through the top of your head. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale to rise as you like. Good. All right. We're going to do sun salutation. So hands down, and we're just going to flow. I want you to go at your own pace. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to walk you through it. No big deal. If you know where you're going, you can move at your own pace if you want to move a little faster or a little slower. So sun salutation at the top. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift extension. Exhale, hands down, feet back, however you like, lower down with strength. Inhale, lift that Salabhasana or Cobra, up dog, pull back, down dog, exhale. Inhale, look towards the hands. Exhale, walk, jump, hop the feet up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale to rise. Hands to the heart. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands down, feet back, lower down. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, pull back, down dog. Inhale, look towards your hands. Exhale, feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, upper salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands down, feet back. Lower down. Inhale, open chest. Exhale, pull back, down dog. Inhale, look towards your hands. Exhale, feet to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, upper salute to the top, to the ceiling. Exhale, down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands down, feet back. Lower down. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look towards your hands. Exhale, bring your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, extend. Hands down, feet back. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look. Exhale, feet to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Hands to the heart. Again, inhale, lift, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hands down, feet back, lower down. Same exhale with strength. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale, look. Exhale, feet and hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Hands to the heart or to the sides. Close your eyes. Exhale. Take a moment in mountain posture, Tadasana, to just kind of tune into where you are. Notice heartbeat, your mind. You feel calm or not. Taking the inventory from the toes up through the legs, the torso. And remember, in those movements too, in sun salutations, you can always modify, and that means, adding in, quote unquote, or taking away. You can always add weight to work strength, or you can, adjust it. Yeah. Let your eyes open up, arms up overhead. Good, hands to the hips. Step back with your right foot. Gently drop your right knee. Release your right toes. You can pad up your knee if you need. You can double up the mat or grab another mat if you like, and arms up overhead. Janju asana, low lunge, cactus the arms, goalpost the arms, and breathe. Good. So take a few moments here. Maybe you want to bring your chin to your chest. Maybe you want to extend your arms out. It's up to you. Just breathing through that. Oh, yeah. You're gonna bring your hands down to the mat in front of you. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. Walk your back foot in. Lengthen through the spine. Forward fold over your front leg. Good, back into that pyramid. Take a few moments to inhale, look towards your toes, both legs straight. If you need to use the blocks, do so. Good, front leg straight too. So you can always use that block to kind of, if you can. Good, adjust the hips. Look towards your toes with an inhale. And then round in, exhale. Bring your back foot forward for me. Good, kick your heel out. Good, toes forward. There you go. There you go. Yep. Now, yeah, there you go. You can use your shin. Good. Inhale, look towards the toes. Exhale, fold in. And one more time. Inhale towards the toes. And exhale, fold in. Which one we got? Yeah. Look forward. Bring both feet to the top of the mat. Spread your feet out wide, toes off the mat. Malasana squat posture. So just move left and right a little bit, loosening up, maybe lifting a heel onto the feet. Take a few moments. If you need to sit on a block, do so, right? Take care of yourself. What works for you? A little bit of a bind here. So extend your arms out in front of you, right? In front of your legs, best you can. Face both of your palms away from you. Lift your left arm to the sky. Now, you're trying to get your right arm in front, but if that's not working out, that's fine. You can be to the back. Maybe gaze up towards your left hand. Bring your hands behind you. Good, front arm in front of that right leg. Palms to the back of the palms to the back. So if you're going to try to come around this way. So with this arm, this one. This left arm reaches up, over here, behind. There you go. Yeah, bind it. Open the chest. Good. You can even gaze up if it feels all right. Try to even out the hips. Just trying to take an investigation. If that bind feels pretty natural for you, you just want to engage the pelvic floor. Some muscles fall out, come back in. Don't strain anything, right? And then release. Arms back up. Palms to the back. Change arms. Left arm down. Right arm up. Bind. Open the chest. And so my heels have never touched the ground, and I don't think they ever will. So just hang out there for a moment, investigate your malasana. Some heels do, and some heels don't. Just try to open your chest to your best ability. Drop your shoulders, and then release. Coming back into your squat. Good, straight legs. Inhale, exhale. Right foot front, left foot drops back. Drop that back knee. Bring your hands into prayer. Lean forward the best you can. Grip your left wrist with your right hand and pull it across your body, so towards the road. Try to get your left tricep to the outside. Switch your legs, Tomas, for me. Yep, there you go. And then you can bring your tricep down to the outside of that front leg. Good for a twist. And then you can bring your palms back together if you want. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. If it feels like the right thing to do, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee if you want to do that. Inhale, exhale, pulling the shoulders away from the ears. Beautiful. Getting extension through that back heel. Getting rotation of the torso. And breathe. If you want to extend your arms, you're welcome to. And then coming back through, if you haven't lifted that back knee, do so. Drop the back heel and turn it right into warrior two, facing towards the kitchen. Good. See if you can spider walk those front toes forward a little. Yeah, this way. Get low, get low, get low, get low, get low. Front palm flips up, reverse it to the back of the room. Trying to get that front upper leg parallel with the floor. Just trying. Good. Knee and toes stay in alignment, so don't let that knee bow in. If possible, follow your hand up, follow your gaze all the way to your upper hand if it feels all right. Beautiful. And then squeeze the muscles in your pelvis. Squeeze, stay right there. Squeeze those pelvic muscles. Right? Just keep breathing. Everybody's like, I'm not. And if you're really flexible, engage some muscles and extend out instead of rolling in. Extend. Yeah, there you go. And bend into that front knee. Beautiful. I love it. Inhale and exhale. Whoo. Stay there. I'm going to meet you. Woo. Here. All right. Come on back up. Hands to the hips. Walk that back foot in a notch or two. Inhale. Stepping onto the right leg. Bring your knee up, left knee up. So we're going to do a little twist here, taking the right hand over to the left leg. Right? If you want to hold on to the knee, that's fine. And the arm can come behind you. If you want to slide it down to the outside of the foot, find your dristi, your focal point, and breathe. You want to get tall through the spine, strong through the standing leg, and then follow the gaze to the back of the room. Take some time to breathe and be right where you are, no matter if your knee is bent or your leg is straight or you fall out, then come back in. It's called a practice, and that is fine. Good. One more deep breath here. Extend the leg if you have the outside of the foot. Be strong through the leg. Inhale, exhale, and then release, coming down smoothly at the top of the mat. Hallelujah. I gotta flip my paper back over. Oh, and breathe. Inhale, arms up overhead. Hands to the hips. Step back with the left foot. Drop the left knee. Release the left toes. And low lunge. So we're on the other side, hopefully. I usually start with the right leg, so hopefully we did that. Good, so just low lunge, and you can even bind the hands and reach back if you want, or you can side stretch. Just investigate your low lunge for a moment. Again, you can pat up your knee. And breathe. Just do what feels good. Engage some glutes, squeeze your legs, roll your shoulders, feel your core brace. And then hands roll all the way down to the floor. Back toes tuck, knee lifts, foot hops in a little bit. Hips straighten out, even out. Inhale. So we're going to pyramid, but this time, if you want to pyramid, if you want to bind, you can come up a little bit and bring your hands behind you. You can grab the wrists, the elbows, or what we call reverse namaste mudra, palms together, and then hands down. So it's up to you. You can bring your arms behind you. Yeah, you can bind if you want. Try to even out your hips. Back hip pushes forward, legs straight if possible. See what you can adjust. Shoulders, brace the core, breathe into your back ribs. Or if you're just like, I'm just holding on for dear life right here, that's fine. We're just trying to make some adjustments. Getting to know your own body. If you have hyperextension, taking care of that and not flex, coming into flexibility too much. Whoa. Oh. And breathe. Oh, yeah. All right, release the hands wherever they are to the floor. Bring that back foot to the front. Walk the feet out. Sit down into your squat. Block if you want. Maybe move left and right. Walk your hands out. Sit your hips back. Stretching through your spinal erectors. Exhale. Now I'm going to offer it. I never offer it because like this is my nemesis pose, and my mentor knows this. If you want to come into crow, right, spread your fingers wide, bring your knees. Some people bring their knees into their armpits. I don't like that, so I bring mine to the outside. And then up onto your toes, trying to lean forward, maybe lifting 1 foot, maybe lifting 2 feet, right? Don't smash your face. And see if you can get a little balance and arm strength. So if this is something like me that I dread, but I keep doing it because I want to get that strength. Good. Inhale. Beautiful. Exhale. Good. Try to touch your toes if possible behind you. Yeah, point them. Beautiful. You can shoot the legs all the way back if you want in a chaturanga or a plank, or you can just lower back down. Lower back down. Good. Lengthen your legs. So just meet me in a forward fold. Roll on back up. Step your right foot back. You can drop your knee if you need, right? Bring your arms across. So left hand, right wrist, pull it across towards the kitchen. So you're just trying to get that rotation before you drop that tricep down to the outside of the leg. If you need to drop that back knee, you're fine. Maybe palms push together, and that tricep pushes into the leg. As you push that leg inward, this is where that core, that belly button pulling in happens. If you want to extend your arms, earth and sky, you're welcome to. Good. So try to rotate your shoulder inward. So your lower palm faces towards your body. Good. So your lower arm faces inward. Good. That's perfect. Yep. Push to that back heel. Take one more deep breath. Lengthen through the spine. And then rotate all the way into warrior two. Drop that back heel. Woo! Never be so happy to be in warrior two, right? Hallelujah. Oh, yeah. Flip your front palm. I'm on the other side now. And then reverse. So try to spider walk those toes forward so you can get that thigh parallel with the floor if it feels all right. Extend through the back leg. You can always hold on to your wrist here if you want. And again, muscles in the pelvis, and breathe. Oh, we're almost done with this. Oh, yeah. All right, little apex. So reverse out of this, hands on the hips. Walk that back foot in a notch or two. Come on up. Bring that right knee to the chest. And this is a great place to work. Maybe you want to work what's called Shiva's dance a little bit, if you want to get some movement in, or reach down, right cross. And if you want to reach for that outside of the foot, maybe you're working here, bending and straightening, strengthening. Maybe you extend out. It's up to you. And then you can follow the gaze to your back hand. And making small adjustments, fall out, come back in, keep your breath smooth as possible, right? Yeah. It's working what you want to work on. Whew. Fall out, come back in. One more breath. And then feet down, arms up overhead. Take a deep breath. Oh. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise. Hands to the heart. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Hands down, follow my voice. Right foot back, right knee drops, right toes extend. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands down. Tuck right toes, lift right knee. Inhale, feet to the top of the mat. Take a deep breath. Exhale, forward fold. Rise all the way to the sky. Inhale, lift. Hands to the heart. Again, inhale, lift. Forward fold. half lift, forward fold, left foot back, knee down, toes release, low lunge, inhale, lift. Hands down, tuck back toes, lift back knee, feet together at the top of the mat, half lift, forward fold, all the way to the sky. We're gonna add on little hands to the heart. Inhale, lift, all the way down, half lift, hands down, right foot steps back, knee drops, toes release, low lunge, arms up overhead, hands down. This time the front foot goes all the way back. So tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, slide that front foot all the way back into plank. Lower down with or without knees, some kind of upper body strength. Inhale, cobra, up dog, salabhasana. Pull back, down dog. Exhale, lift your right leg to the sky, knee to the chest, foot to the top of the mat. Drop your left knee, release your left toes. Inhale, up, low lunge. Exhale, hands down. Back toes tuck, back knee lifts, feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, forward fold, inhale, rise. Hands to the heart, other side. Inhale, lift, forward fold, half lift, hands down. Left foot steps back, left knee, left toes, arms up. Hands down, toes under, knee lifts, front foot to the back. Lower down with strength. Pull through with breath. Pull back with strength. Left leg to the sky, knee to the chest, foot to the top of the mat. Drop the back knee, toes release, low lunge. Hands down, toes tuck, knee lifts, feet together at the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Hands to the heart. Let's do it one more time. This is Chandrasana. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Half lift. Right foot steps back. Knee drops. Release. Low lunge. Hands down. Toe tuck. Knee lifts. Front foot comes back. Lower down. Inhale, up. Pull back. Right leg to the sky. Knee to chest, top of the mat with the foot. Drop the back knee gently. Release the toes and breathe. Move with grace if possible, the best you can. Toes tuck, knee lifts, feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Forward fold. Inhale, rise. Let's go straight down. Exhale, down. Half lift. Fold, left foot steps back, gently, knee down, toes. Inhale, up, arms. Hands down, tuck toes, lift knee, front foot back. Lower down, pull through. Last time, pull back. Left leg sky. Inhale, knee to chest, foot top. Gently knee down, release toes. Inhale, hands down, toes tuck, knee lifts, feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, and stay right there. You can part your feet if you want, sway your hips a little, drop your shoulders away from the ears, check it out, and breathe. Nicely done. Hang out in forward fold for a moment. Maybe take your right hand over to your left leg. Right hand to the left leg, and lift your left arm to the sky. Good. And then see if you can adjust your hips a little bit. So there you go. Beautiful. Lengthening through the body. And investigate your top palm. So maybe it's facing back or forward. Maybe get some rotation, or maybe even windmill that top arm. Windmill in a big circle if you want. Just to investigate what movement might or may not be good for you, right? Whew. Whew. I'm sweating. Good. And then bring that arm down, change sides, whichever side you're on, forward fold. One arm to the opposite leg. Good, adjust hips. Investigate your palm facing forward or facing behind you. And then maybe rotation of the shoulder. Good, big circles so you can windmill or any kind of shoulder that works, movement that works for you. Just kind of investigating that movement, good. And then come back to your forward fold. You have made it. Good, we're gonna come down onto the booty. So you can lower down maybe into squat. Or if you want to step one foot back, you're welcome to. We're going to come down all the way to the booty. Whew. Oh. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees out. Tuck your tailbone under. Bring your arms forward, maybe palms up. If you need your elbows as you lower down, you can do so. If you need to make any modifications, you can do so. Rolling all the way down through the spine. Oh, timber. Oh. And then right into reclined bound angle. So let's hang out there, maybe cactus the arms. Let the knees fall out. If it's too much, you can always do one knee at a time or place a block underneath maybe the one leg that doesn't like it so much. Try to press your lower back towards the floor a little bit, just for an investigation of lengthening the spine, the back of the neck. Maybe rock the hips. You can even rock the knees. Just something as you're in this posture, just investigating what feels good. Nicely done, everyone. So we worked through Sun Salutation A, Sri Namaskar A in the beginning, and then we did some nice postures and then went to Chandra C, which is a variation. And breathe. Just stretching through the inner thighs, the inner legs, opening the chest. If you ever want to place a block underneath your underneath your back, to open your chest, you're welcome to, or your hips. We'll take a few more breaths here. Leave a few more breaths here if you want to place a block underneath anything to kind of open up. So we have about 10 more minutes and we're just going to do probably 2 more postures. So let's hang out here. You can always move into something else if you're like, that's enough for me. From here, we're going to go into spinal twist, recline, spinal twist, nice and easy. So these 8 limbs are practices that support one another and throughout your life. Hopefully you can use them, learn from them. Observances and truthfulness and doing things without anger or just control of the senses. That we can use to help us navigate, quote unquote, this human experience. Let's take one more breath here. And then gently bring your knees together. If you have a block underneath you, remove it and then drop your knees to the right and bring your arms to the left. Something that's comfortable, so spinal twist. So if your arms are up overhead and they're still kind of holding on and straining, you feel like you're holding on, you can always move your arm. It doesn't have to be overhead. Maybe just lengthening one arm away from your knees. So I'm going to offer cat pulling its own tail in this posture. This is just an offering and not mandatory. So you would reach, let's say your knee to the right, your left hand would reach down for your bottom foot. So your left hand reaches down for your bottom foot, right? And your right arm reaches out as your top leg extends away from you and reaches towards your top foot. And that would be cat pulling its own tail. Right. He's like, look at the face. You got it. Amazing. You don't have to do it. Nothing is mandatory. Good. And if you're like, that's crazy, don't do it. It's just an investigation. Good. Exhale. And then release slowly. Take your time and knees up over to the other side. We move through a lot, so take your time, enjoy this. Again, you can relax the arms if you want to bring your arm up overhead, or just let it relax any way you want. It's fine. You can let that arm relax to the side. Yeah, you can tee out your arms. Whatever feels good. Good. And then again, if you want to do cat pulling its own tail, you'd reach that right hand down for the bottom foot. And then that top leg extends, reaching for the top foot. Nothing's mandatory. Good. And sometimes backing off is the hardest thing to do. Like, I could do it. I had a hard time with that for a long time. It's like, I could, but I don't got to. Maybe your back's tweaky today. Maybe, something's not right. So, and that's fine. You want to be able to move along, let things heal. What's the right dosage today? You have the dial. What's the right dosage? All right. One more breath here. So we're going to move into happy baby. I'm going to offer half happy baby first. So if you release all of that, I want to offer half happy baby first. So pull your right knee into your chest. Good. And then you can either loop your arm around the bottom of your leg, underneath your leg, or you can hold the outside of your foot, or you can hold your big toe, whatever you like. And then sole the foot towards the sky as the knee pulls into like the armpit to the side of the ribs. That left leg can be long, or you can bend the knee, place the foot on the ground, and let that left knee drop out to the left. So these are different variations of happy baby. If you're like, I love all that, but I want to do full happy baby, you can do full happy baby here. We'll move to the other side, and then maybe we'll do full. Good. Lengthen the back of your neck. Shoulders pull away from your ears. Good. Sole of the foot faces towards the ceiling. And if it's not, if you're kind of working with that, that's fine. But if you want, and your foot isn't kind of facing to the ceiling, you can always bend that long leg, put your foot on the floor, and then maybe you can adjust that right leg. Good. Shoulders away from the ears, back of the neck long. And then all the way down the spine, let's go ahead and change sides if you're in half happy baby. Good. And then this time when you're in the other side, or if you're in full happy baby, just notice from the back of your skull, down your neck, get some length all the way down through your upper back, middle back, lower back, and tailbone. Even your tailbone drops down slightly if possible. So just make some room. That shoulder pulls down. Good. If you want to do a full happy baby, you can investigate that, or any kind of movement that feels good for you. So you can always, good. Mark, try to grab behind your leg for me with this arm. There you go. Yeah, so just right behind. Good. Full sole of the foot towards the sky. This one. This sole. Good. Good. There you go. Good. Bend your knee. Good. Sole of the foot towards the sky. Bend your knee. And you're going to keep working on that. Yeah, there you go. Good. Relax your head. Good. Lengthen the back of your neck. So you're going to keep working the sole of the foot towards the sky as you pull your knee down. Gently. Gently and breathe. Good. Gently and breathe. Name of the game. Breathing, breathing, breathing. All right. One more breath. And happy baby. As you release from super happy baby, yeah, you can extend. I like that. Extend your legs if you like. Oh, it feels good. And then just take a moment to do anything I've missed that brings you to Samadhi that you love. So you can do plow. You can do nothing. You can do plow, legs up the wall, or rain stick. Plow, shoulder stand. Again, nothing. Lay flat. Right? My favorite, banana asana, just a hip stretch to one side, lengthening on the mat. Good. Do something that feels good. Don't do it because you're like, I got to do that handstand. You don't have to. And then when you're ready, roll on down. And then everybody's still plowing it out. Good. Yep. Just take your time. And when you're ready, roll on down. Pull your knees into your chest. Inhale. Exhale. Pull yourself into a little tourniquet. Hold your breath for just a few moments. If you can, even bring your forehead up to your knees. Squeeze yourself into a little ball. And then relax all the way down. Shavasana. You've made it. If you want to use a block anywhere, underneath your body or anywhere, please do so. Or if you have a bolster or a blanket, whatever you want to do to make yourself comfortable in this still posture. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out to the mouth. So bergamot essential oil, citrus smelling oil. If you'd like some, leave your palms up. If you don't care for any today, just put your palms down. Do you want a little bergamot before you gotta go? See ya. All right. And then take a few moments. Good. Palms up. Yes. No thanks today. Palms down. Make sure you rub your palms together. Good. And just be heavy on the mat. All that stuff, whatever you got going on, will wait. It'll still be there. Especially if your boss is in the same room, right? And you know you're not late for work. Beautiful. Just take a little bit of time. So glad you today. Brighten my day by being here. Beautiful practice. I was at a yoga kind of retreat for yoga instructors. I was invited to this place in Kingfield by Sugarloaf Santosha, which I love that name, means contentment. Thank you. And they did this, and I said, I gotta have that. That's amazing. So that's where I got this from. So thank you, Santosha in Kingsfield, Maine. So with the 8 limbs, some days you'll need your yamas, your observances of social interactions, and sometimes you'll need niyamas, observances for you. Some days you'll need pranayama, how to control your breath, right? You need to slow it down, or maybe need to speed it up. Some days you'll need dharana, which is to focus. And some days, if you're lucky, you'll experience a quiet moment of deep connection. And whatever you're doing, gardening, with a person, with yourself, I mean, even driving. I've driven places and been like, how did I get here? I was thinking about other things. Drive with awareness. Be there. So yoga doesn't promise these practices on demand. They're hard sometimes, and sometimes that might happen. It teaches us how to become more available to these practices and be in tune on how to better, quote unquote, this human experience. Inhale, exhale. Breathe it in, breathe it out, let it go. Breathe it in, let it out, let it go. Breathe it in, let it out, So as we move out of this class today, you're welcome to stay in Shavasana as long as you like. Nothing's happening in this room for a little while. Nice breeze. If you want, start to move your fingers and your toes, deepening your breath, maybe your inhales. Slowly moving into a seated posture whenever it feels right for you. Just taking a few moments as you're moving out through this practice. We move the body in a lot of different directions. And sitting up tall through the spine, or if you're still laying on the floor, that's fine. And just taking a few moments to honor your practice. Whenever you're ready, let the eyes open up. And I do thank you for your time, your energy, and effort. Honestly, this is my Samadhi, Phil. Thank you. See you next week. We will be starting on yamas, ahimsa. And thank you.